Hello and yes, welcome back to another review, guys. Now that's right, today I am back to do another MCU review. Now, a while back, I said I was going to review every single MCU film, and we started off strong. We reviewed Phase 1 pretty quick, but Phase 2, I admit, I've been slogging. I've been really slow. So I decided that I'm finally going to come back and push forward with the MCU films, because I sort of want to be up to date with the MCU to say I've reviewed everything, so that when the TV show ends and stuff, I can review them. I have been reviewing the movies as they come out, but I haven't reviewed WandaVision, Loki, Hawkeye, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I won't be up to date in time for Moon Knight. But for the other Marvel shows that come out later on in the year, I want to be up to date so that I can just review Marvel things as they come out, and I can say I've reviewed everything. So we're going to crack back on with the Marvel reviews. And today, luckily for me, we get to talk about what is maybe my favourite thing in the MCU. It's between this and Endgame, as most people know by now. Captain America, the Winter Soldier. This sees Steve Rogers struggling to come to terms with the new world he's in. He's embracing his role in the modern world with S.H.I.E.L.D. and fellow Avenger Black Widow under the eyes of Nick Fury. But there is a mysterious plot amiss in this movie. So this film does, like, so much, I think, in terms of impacting the MCU. I feel like there was a real vision with this one. And I really got that with Iron Man 3 as well. It was the aftermath of the Avengers, and here I get that this is looking forward. How do we get to the next Avengers film? Unfortunately, Thor: The Dark World really didn't have any of that. That was just, like, filler. But anyway, this one here, of course, yeah, the plot for this one is just something special. It really is. Like, I admire this, and I'm going to say this as well. There's going to be spoilers in this video. This film's been out long enough. This film really dives into breaking down these characters. And I think with Steve, there's a lot to do there. He's a very old-fashioned guy, being from the 40s. He's adapting to the modern world. And at the same time, the world that he's coming to get to know is all of a sudden just completely ripped down because Hydra is hiding inside S.H.I.E.L.D. And I think this is an incredibly clever plot point. Not only does it link the first Captain America film to this, but it sets up this incredibly interesting situation going forward in the MCU. So let's talk about the characters first off. Let's have a look. Captain America. This is the coolest Captain America's been. In the first film, I think they were finding their footing with him. The Avengers, he was sort of the same, just in an awful outfit. Here, I think this is the best performance Chris Evans gives as Captain America. I think it's the best Captain America suit. His suit is great. And I love that he feels more superhero-y in this one. It's not just, yep, I'm a bit strong and I'm hiding behind my shield. From the word go, when he's on this pirate ship, you can see him doing flips and stuff. And it's like, yeah, this guy feels a lot more trained. He feels like he belongs in the Avengers more here. Also, Natasha Romanoff's Black Widow is in this movie. And once again, I think this is the best Black Widow we see. She's got this is, you know, she's kind of like a double agent, you know, a lot of the time in the early MCU and stuff. You know, she does a lot of jobs for a lot of people, and here you can really see that, you know, she's got a dark side to her and stuff, and I really think that feels more evident here than it did in Iron Man 2 and the Avengers. Nick Fury is also fantastic in this film. This is the most interesting his character is as well. He's really conflicted in this film a lot, which I think is great. We get the introduction to Sam Wilson, the Falcon. And, you know, he's pretty cool in this movie. He's one of the few weaker parts, I'd say, in terms of, we see him right at the very start of the movie, and then he just all of a sudden rocks up later, and it's like, by the way, I have this power that might, or this costume that might be helpful. So he feels a little bit maybe forced in, but he works well enough. And then Sebastian Stan, of course, is returning. Love that man. He's so good in this role. And Robert Redford's in this film as well. And I think this was going to be one of his last films before he retired. But he's done a few other things since. And wow, he was great in this at playing the villain. really fantastic. And all of the actors do such a good job. Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Samuel Jackson, Sebastian Stan, Anthony Mackie. They're all giving it their all. They're fantastic. Joe and Anthony Russo are such good directors here in the MCU, and this film shows. This film got them a second gig, and in that second gig got them into doing the two biggest superhero films of all time, Infinity War and Endgame. This film sets their story up for greatness, and their directing is so good. They're so good at filming action, and they're brilliant at pacing, I think. Absolutely brilliant at it. In none of their 4 Marvel films does the pacing drop. I think here it is perfect. Also, visually, I like that this film feels a bit more gritty than other films. There is a bit of a small visual flair for the MCU at this time. This is before, you know, the wacky weirdness coming in the MCU, and everything kind of looks similar. Here, there's a bit more of a gritty feel to it, which I can appreciate. Also, the score in this film's a lot better than previous Marvel films. The Winter Soldier's theme especially, I thought was really good. So yeah, there are a lot of really good elements to this film. So yeah, overall, I just really, really do enjoy this film. Out of 10, I'm going to give this film a 9 out of 10. I think this is potentially the best MCU film. I think on a technical level, it's the best MCU film. But, you know, I know we'll get to Endgame eventually, but I always have in the back of my head, you know, Endgame did wrap things up so well. But The Winter Soldier, bloody brilliant film. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Great film. But anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed as always. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a message. And as always, I'll see you next time for another video. Bye-bye.